This season, Jonathan Taylor is having one of the most impressive rookie seasons in the season, and I feel like he is a future star in the making and that he will have a very bright future ahead of him. So what is up, guys? Ativ here, and in this video I'll be talking about how and why I think Jonathan Taylor has a very bright future ahead of him. So without further ado, let's hop right into it. Now, Jonathan Taylor, let's look at his stats. Mind you, he's a rookie. So he played 15 games, and 13 of those he started, and the other ones I'd assume Nyheim Hines started. And so his stats are, he has 1,169 rushing yards, which is the third most this season, behind two beasts, Derrick Henry and Dalvin Cook. And he's a rookie, so this is also absolutely amazing already. And he has 11 touchdowns rushing, and so that's quite a bit. It's not anything insane, but he's on the right track for sure. And he's averaging 77.9 yards per game. So if he played the whole season, he would probably have around 1,240 yards. That's just what I think. I mean, by the yards per game, it might have happened, you never know. And then on the receiving side, he's a dual threat player. He had 36 receptions for 299 yards and a touchdown. So he had around 1,400 yards from scrimmage, and he had 12 scrimmage touchdowns. So that's pretty good. The touchdowns are a bit low, but the yards from scrimmage are pretty high. And he also had the 9th most rushing yards in a game in the whole NFL's lifetime yesterday versus the Jaguars. He had 253 yards, and he had 2 touchdowns, I believe. So he had a great game. And, I mean, besides the stats, when you just watch Jonathan Taylor, he lights it up. I mean, you can see the highlights right now. He has a very high IQ of the game. And, I mean, I would not have been surprised if he went to the Pro Bowl. Like, the Pro Bowl, sure, it's not the greatest thing in the world, but it's a good way to get your name out there. And Jonathan Taylor, he was the he was the 41st pick in the second round of the draft. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire was picked before him. So, I mean, he wasn't the highest pick in the draft, but he wasn't the lowest. It was a good range. It's kind of like how Joe Mixon, I'm not exactly sure what pick he was, but I'm pretty sure he was around that pick in the 2017 draft, which was a very stacked draft class. But Jonathan Taylor, he has a lot of talent, and he has a very bright future. I mean, the Colts, as long as they don't use Nyheim Hines, and don't get me wrong, Nyheim Hines is a great player, but I think that Jonathan Taylor is definitely better. Like, Nyheim Hines, he had some good games, for sure, but he's a dual threat player, don't get me wrong, but I think that they should give Nyheim Hines to another team and focus on Jonathan Taylor, because he can really light it up. He knows what he's doing, and I think that they should just have one main running back, Jonathan Taylor, because, I mean, his stat line is absolutely insane, and he can get multiple 100-yard games, and I feel like he could be a very consistent, and he could be inconsistent, but in a bad way, because he could get like 100, 150, 100, then 200. I don't know, maybe that's a stretch, but I feel like he could definitely get around 1,400 yards next season, and this is just rushing plainly. And running backs, they are being used a bit less, but I feel like Jonathan Taylor could definitely still do that. I mean, I'd be surprised if the Colts traded him though. And yes, part of the reason that he is so good is probably because of the Colts offensive line. But I mean, hey, he's capitalizing on it, so you can't get mad at him for that. So I think that Jonathan Taylor, he's definitely going to be a star. I can see him making a couple of Pro Bowls in the next couple of seasons. But yeah, I just want to make a short video about why I think that he has a very bright future and all the reasons. So that will be it for this video. Leave a comment below if you want, tell me what you think about this, and yeah, that will be it. So, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!